Hey there, welcome to DadLabs Live here from the luxurious headquarters of DadLabs Inc. here in Austin, Texas. Thank you very much for joining us for our weekly show. We come to you every week approximately at 1 o'clock, but you know, sometimes you got some technical issues to deal with. We really appreciate you tuning in today because we got some great things to talk about. We're going to be talking a lot today about the opening of school here in Texas. I'm not sure if school started where you are, but it's definitely started here in Austin. Talking about the start of school, talking about managing some family calendars. Daddy Troy is going to come in here and talk to us about that. Hopefully, we'll get Owen in for a little while to talk about what he did on his summer vacation.
And his beard.
Also, maybe he could talk about his beard, which evidently is quite large.
It's like a chia beard.
We also going to take a little time to talk about what's been going on here in the DadLabs studio over the last week. So, of course, the show is, as always, brought to you by Baby Bjorn. They are the most amazing baby products on the market. And, you know, this is a good time for us to say, you know what, we're giving one of these away today. And it's very simple to get yourself a free Baby Bjorn Baby Carrier Air. All you have to do is go on Twitter and send out a tweet that says that you are currently watching DadLabs Live. Just say, hey, I'm watching DadLabs Live, and throw in the URL of where you're watching it so other people can join in. And you'll get registered, and here by the end of this next 30 minutes, we'll get Aaron and Dixie to pick a winner. And we'll let you know who is the winner of this lovely Baby Bjorn Baby Carrier Air.
Do you think they, in hand model school, do you think they teach this move?
They teach it. They just don't teach it to do it like that. You look like you're having some kind of cramp.
Dude, I'm showing the whole thing.
What's the retail value of this, you think, Daddy Brad?
I think like $140.
So you can get one of those for free. All you have to do is at DadLabs, do an at DadLabs tweet. I'm watching DadLabs Live. And let us know where.
I'm watching golf.
So, Daddy Brad,
yes.
School is in session.
Yep.
In Austin, Texas. And I know that's not true all the way across the country. There's a lot of school districts like New York doesn't start till after Labor Day. They've still got no, they've still got days and weeks to go.
You know why lots of districts started school before Labor Day?
Why is that?
So teachers get paid for an extra month.
Well, I'm not sure that's entirely the case.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that, usually the timing of starting and stopping school was about the harvest.
Who farms? Who farms anymore?
I'm just talking about.
Do you farm? Do you have a garden? Do you have a garden?
Just talking about olden times. So school has started
way back in the day.
And this is a big year in terms of school starting for us because we got two new schools. Well, sort of two changes. My oldest is starting a new school. He's in 6th grade.
Wow.
And so he's gone to the middle school now.
Big boy.
That was been a big transition, new school. It's a school where his mom works, so it's really exciting because he's been watching that for a long time as sort of a spectator. Now he's on the field.
And he lives there too, right?
Yeah, he's very excited.
Not a big commute.
Yeah, makes it all pretty easy.
Huge.
And of course we've got a new kindergartner.
Right.
So we've got a little boy that's gone off to school for the first time. So it's been an exciting back to school time for us. Lots of changes, and I'm pretty happy. It's gone pretty smoothly. How about start of school in your house?
Well, it's some changes for us. My son, 1st grader, so real school, 1st grader. He was at the same place for kindergarten last year. My daughter, preschool, another school. My newest son, the School of Life. School of Life.
And school's in session for him. It's only been in session. The School of Life has only been in session for about seven and a half weeks, almost 8 weeks.
But it's tough for me because the thing we're trying to do is manage all these people. I mean, there's a lot of people to get out the door in the morning, especially since we've had kind of a lazy summer. The big thing, we didn't take vacation in the summer. We just kind of lounged around, had a baby, didn't really have any kind of set get-up time or go-to-bed times. So now...
So you didn't start a transition a couple weeks ago?
Well, we tried, but then Star Wars came on Spike TV.
See, you got to get
and it blew it all up.
See, you got to do a transition. You got to start like 2 weeks ago. We started.
Does it work?
Well, yeah, you kind of an incremental, and our point of attack was ooching down the bedtime.
Yeah.
Which had sort of ooched up to 9-ish, 9:15.
Right.
And we had to crunch it back down to 8.
Over a couple of weeks?
Over a couple of weeks, just incrementally, and talking about it. And I think you also have to talk to the kids and say why you're changing bedtime.
Yeah.
It's time for us to get used to this, and over a couple of weeks. And so by today, this morning, the first couple of mornings, lots of complaints about getting up. But by today, it feels like we are slotted into that routine.
That's good. Maybe I should have done that. We just went shock, 9 o'clock one night, and then 8 o'clock the next.
It's not going to, you should do
But the deal is, it's about getting up. You sleep till 8 or 9, they're going to stay up late, but if they get up at 6.
So start of school, everything's getting cranked up. I don't know about at your schools, but at my school, there's like a back to school night. There's a parents' day. Then there's a parents' coffee.
Yeah.
Then there's like a welcome back to school for the kindergartner. I've been to 4 different welcome back to school events this week, and I've been observing the sort of number of dads that are there.
How many?
And I would put it at about 10 to 15%.
Really?
Maybe 20, but I think that's generous. I think about 10%. And I would say of the 10%, I would say there's only about 1% of dad being the sole representative.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't happen very often.
It's either couples, and I could bet you that if it's couples that are both there, particularly at the kindergarten thing, it's their oldest child.
Yeah, sure. Well, okay, our Walker School, drop off, 40% dads in the morning. And because I think dads do it and then they go to work and then mom picks them up.
Well, I think it's interesting to think. I'd be curious to know. Send us a tweet if you're interested at DadLabs. Let us know.
To win this.
Register to win. Let us know if you are one of the folks, and if you're a dad that went to a school event and how many dads you saw there. I'm really curious about how many dads are going to these kind of school events. If you want to talk about it, you can go to dadlabs.com. It's the best online site. All kinds of stuff there for dads. We got blogs, discussions. We'll start a discussion on this subject. We got blogs. We got discussions. Oh, hey, Camp has joined us in the studio.
What's up, dude?
Hey, Camp.
What are you doing?
So anyway, join us at dadlabs.com. You can pick up a copy there of DadLabs Guide to Fatherhood, Pregnancy, Year 1, our videos. This handsome T-shirt that Daddy Brad is wearing. You can get one of those. Okay, guys.
Registered.
Get on. We're giving one of these away. All you have to do is send a tweet that says, "Hey, I'm watching DadLabs Live," and throw in a URL, and you'll be registered to go. Yeah. All right, Daddy Brad, if you wouldn't mind making way for Daddy Troy, we're going to bring him in. We're going to talk a little bit about family calendars. Thank you, Daddy Troy. Welcome to the show.
Most people don't know that I wear glasses.
They don't know that?
I've never been on the web with glasses before.
Well, now you are. Can you see?
Mm-hmm. Most people don't know that anyway.
Is that important? So we've been talking a lot about we've been in the office talking a lot. I'm particularly worried this year about scheduling. I'm really nervous about scheduling because we've got 3 kids that are playing soccer. We've got 3 kids in school.
You have 6 kids?
No, it's just 3 total.
Oh, we need to do a Venn diagram here.
Yes. And so we have all these different sets. We have social life. We've got sports.
You have a social life?
No, I don't, clearly. I spend all my time driving them. But it's gotten very hectic this year, more so than in past years. And it's gotten to the point where in the past, one of my parenting duties has been to do most of the driving and scheduling.
Dad taxi.
But
you have a bumper sticker on the back of your minivan that says Dad taxi?
If you wouldn't mind, getting on the old, computer there and generating one of those for me, that would be great, Tech Dad. But
bumper stickers, Tech Dad.
I don't know. But anyway, I'm worried about it. So we've been talking a lot about calendars.
Yeah, right.
And we've also got a discussion going on at DadLabs about how do you manage, and what I need is a shared family calendar that my wife and I can both access, look at, and know what the kids are going to do. And we can also communicate about dividing things up. Mm-hmm. Like just today, we had a huge train wreck. We're trying to schedule my daughter's birthday party, and my wife is just about to send out the invitations, and she's like, ooh, doesn't the boy have a soccer tournament? Sure enough, we went and looked. He's got 3 soccer games that day. It's not going to work.
Just look at the family calendar.
Yes. So what is your recommendation for shared family calendar?
For my money, it's Google Calendar because it's free. Google Calendar allows you to color coordinate all your different types of calendars. Yeah, family calendar, a work calendar, the wife's work calendar, the father, the husband's. I'm trying to be parallel though. The husband's work calendar. And you can color code all of those, and it's really handy. One of the biggest problems, though, is if you have a Google Calendar attached to a certain email address or a certain Google account. And I know, from conversations with you, you don't want your wife necessarily signing into your personal Google account, right?
She could see what's in my Google Reader.
My Google Reader.
I don't want her peeking at my Google Reader.
Maybe you're a Google web developer or something like that. But anyway, the point being is that my wife said, I don't want to have to sign into your account all the time. And my wife's staunch feminist. And so anyway, went to my wife and I said, okay, so she's got her own Google account. She went in and got one. And now as long as both of us have our own Google account, I made the calendar on mine. I shared her on that account. She's an administrator. She can change it and it's all perfect. And everything's great as long as both of us have a web browser and we're in some place that's Wi-Fi enabled.
Okay, now I'm looking here. Eric Doggett's on. He's watching us. Thanks, Eric, for watching. Great photographer. You got to check out his website. Remind me what your URL is, Eric, and I'll plug the site. He says he uses iCal. His wife has a calendar. I have one plus a photo calendar, all shared. Now, see, the problem with that in our household is that I'm a Mac and my wife is a PC.
You've seen the commercials.
And so I'm a Mac, my wife is a PC, and so this is the problem. And I am deeply invested in the amount of data that I've plowed onto the iCal. Okay, I've got so much data. It's searchable. It goes back. I've put all this year's events in, and so switching over to.
He's old and doesn't want to change.
Well, it's not that I don't want to change. I really don't want to change.
But he is old.
I don't want to change for a couple of reasons that you can reassure me about. One is I'm just such a Mac fanboy, and the other is I worry about security on the Google calendars. I mean, how do you address?
Sure. Well, actually, I'm making fun of Clay, which I like to do, but I'm an iCal guy. And I also, I'm a big Mac guy, and I have an iPhone, so I want to use all the Mac products, and it helps me because they all integrate really well. And so what I've chosen to do is use a program called Spanning Sync. It's by a guy here in Austin. He doesn't know that we know he's here in Austin, but it's written by a guy in Austin, and what it does is it uploads all of your information. It syncs your iCalendar on a Mac with your Google Calendar. Now, if you're on a PC, I think Microsoft Outlook will sync automatically with Google Calendar, so that should solve your problem if you're a mixed family, if you have both PCs and Macs. If you have just Macs, my wife and I, we simply use Spanning Sync all across the board, and Spanning Sync's great. It's really cheap, and it's a wonderful solution.
And we use that here at DadLabs.
Spanning Sync does have a few little glitches when you have two different administrators of the calendar, but all that's going on at DadLabs.com right now in the forum, and my producer's telling me I need to get off the stage. So
no, wait.
I will have a good day.
Wait,
Dixie.
Wait.
You weren't looking.
Dixie, did she wrap us on that segment?
Yes, you were tweeting.
I was busy tweeting and I wasn't paying attention.
Most people don't know I wear glasses. Eric, thanks for tuning in, buddy. There's some great episodes by Eric Doggett on our site. My favorite one, How to Photograph a Pregnant Mom. Great episode.
Okay, well, that's the end of that segment. Thanks for stopping in, Daddy Troy. Talk a little bit about family calendars.
We have some new users on that need to know how to win this thing.
Yeah, all you have to do is send a tweet. Send a tweet to DadLabs. Send it at DadLabs Tweet, or just send out a general tweet that says, I'm watching DadLabs Live. Throw in a URL if you're watching it on Ustream, you're watching it on our live site, and you'll be registered automatically to win this thing.
Ustream thinks you're at Daddy Clay. If you're at Ustream, it tweets to Daddy Clay.
Yeah. And you can change that if you guys want to log in as DadLabs. You can definitely do that too.
That's great.
So I've been trying to tweet a little bit here while we're live as DadLabs to let folks know where we are.
How's that going for you?
It's going really well.
Hey, Camp, out from the wall. Good God. My dog, dumb.
You know what, Daddy Brad? There's this really cool promotion that's going on right now. There's a movie coming out with Uma Thurman. Thanks, hey.
Come on, Abe.
Come on. Hey, I'll take the dog outside. Come on, let's go.
There's a great promotion. Dogs and children, man. Dogs and children. We got it all here at DadLabs.com. So anyway, what I was going to try to explain is that there's this movie coming out with Uma Thurman. Uma has got a movie that is called Motherhood, or it's just called Motherhood, I think. And they're doing a great cross promotion with Baby Bjorn, and it's something that you definitely ought to check out. I believe it's Baby Bjorn Motherhood. Hey, will somebody do me a favor and check out what the URL is for that Baby Bjorn Motherhood promo?
Get my tech on here.
That would be great. No. You can do that because right now I got to talk to Owen.
Oh yeah.
In the studio live today, we've got our favorite comedian, our favorite improv, and of course, One of the hosts of DadLabs.com, Daddy Owen. It's good to see you, bro. It's been a while. I haven't seen you since you got back from your trip.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like, are you, something's bigger.
Well, Paris.
No, it's you're.
I put on a little weight. Oh, this.
Yeah,
Oh.
yes, it's that's huge.
Yes.
You look like it's almost like you're compensating for something.
No, what I'm doing, I'm going all Hemingway,
Is it really? Well,
Yeah,
I have
all
to say,
Bershy.
I got to say, I am quite impressed with that beard.
Really? Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Jody's not so wild about it.
No.
No, but at some point, the trimmer broke, so it's not actually all planned out. It's a little bit of
Still broken, or?
well, it's a charging issue, so it has to be all charged up, and there's different plugs in Paris. It's really a backwards nation, the whole nation of Paris.
I'm really interested. I want you to tell us all about what you did on your summer vacation, because you took a pretty cool vacation this summer.
We did. We left Austin when it got warm, which was last October. We left in the middle of July, went up for a week to New York to spend some time with Jody's family, and that was super fun. So Paul McCartney, have you heard of him? He was one of the monkeys.
He's a Rolling Stone, wasn't he?
We were going to the same joke.
Sorry.
I should have. I pitched the ball.
I was
hit it.
a little quicker.
No, you were great.
I should probably.
And then after that, we went to England and we visited some family. We actually had a funeral there as well. And that was actually a really interesting time of being a dad to a 4-year-old, and sort of having talks about, what death is, and all those. That was a real challenge and a sort of a sweet time too. And then going off to England. From England, took the Channel underseas, went to Paris, and we swapped houses. So a family was in our house in Austin, and we were in their house in Paris, and that was awesome.
Did you have some freedom fries while you were there?
I did. I wore a lot of sorry you didn't join us for the Fight for Freedom shirt. I had a shirt like that, and an American flag hat. Yeah, and then I walked around cussing at people, but they couldn't understand it.
So first of all, international travel with small kids. You're awfully brave to get on that oceanic flight.
Yeah, with the flight over, for those of you guys who are planning on doing it, the flight over is kind of doable because you have a night flight, and you arrange it well. The kids go to sleep. We got on the flight. We put the kids to bed on the runway, and that's when they came and said the plane's broken. Everyone needs to get off. And we had to go back into. That was awful. But, but still, they slept for the most part. Flight out, no problem. Flight back was 10 hours. 10 hours with the point when a baby is not walking yet, but wants to walk with you holding its hands.
Yes, the bent over, aching back phase of development.
For me, I'm sure I don't have to bend over so much, but it's the same idea. And then Arden was all over the place, jumping. So.
But so it was long and arduous. And so, what did they think about? Did they have any observations of how things were different, the different language? I mean, with the kids,
they kind of jumped to it a lot. There was a really cool moment where Jody was around, at the outdoor market, buying grapes and cheese, and Arden was making friends with French children and playing games and working out, how they're going to play, and neither of them spoke each other's language. And Arden said, she speaks French. And I told her, I'm from Austin, Texas, so she knows I speak English. And that was enough. They would be fine, and they would play for an hour. It was really cool.
That's really, we were at the pool in Marble Falls, Texas, which is very similar to Paris.
In many ways.
And my youngest son was playing at the pool with a young boy named George, who was from England.
Oh.
So it was like that. It was like they both spoke different languages, and yet they still were able to make that connection, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're really glad to have you back. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Is everybody settled back in now and back to school? I mean, you homeschool or do something? Don't you do something weird with the kids?
We do a lot of weird things. Right now I'm meant to be watching them, but Baby Einstein, it's more than just entertainment. It's a sitting service. If you know.
You know what? I've got a comment here from A.R. Monroe. who's let me know that he thinks you're trying to edge in on my father with beard thing. Like,
Really?
yeah, so it's kind of like my
call that a
trademark.
beard?
It's sort of like my trademark, and you're kind of.
I call that a 5-month shadow. This is a beard.
You're kind of a Johnny Beard lately, is what you are.
Look at this.
I mean, now that's
you go, John.
that's
Yeah.
just scruff. That's just I have a newborn at home,
Have you seen Troy?
and I'm too late.
Yeah.
Troy's beard is
Troy's beard is his wife.
that's good.
Implying that Troy might be gay. He's not. He's not.
Thanks to everybody out there that's watching. Sarah Lloyd, thank you. Eric Doggett, Aaron Monroe, McGuff BD. Hey guys, you are all registered to win this baby on baby carrier. All you have to do is tweet about watching Dad Labs live, and we'll hook you up. We'll let you know that you're. And in just a second, Daisy and Aaron, they're gonna pick who wins this thing, and they're gonna let us know. What did I say?
You didn't do that on purpose? It's
Yeah, I do that when I get nervous. I call Dixie Daisy. It's Dixie. That's the producer.
Crumple up and pick them out of the pot.
Dixie can do it. She can do it like with anger over my mispronouncing her name. You know what, Eric Doggett? I'm not sure that Baby Einstein rocks, but if you want to think that. That's good. Well, Owen, thanks a lot for stopping in the studio. We really appreciate it. It's great to see you. Great to have you back, and hope to see some of those great videos. I think the one with Kevin Nealon is an all-timer.
Well, thanks.
I
You
really
too.
think that's funny. No. Yours was funnier.
No.
yours was funnier. It's okay.
Come on, you're closer to his height too. He's tall.
Yeah, it particularly shows your height.
Yeah.
When you
my
hugged
gosh.
him.
I know.
Like-
I'm really close to his nipple. Kevin Nealon's nipple, which is a famous nipple.
Okay, so now we're going to talk. I think it's time for us to do the giveaway. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's roll it. Who's got somebody go in there? So just pick a name for the.
The bearded man can pick.
Really? I thought it's not Daisy.
Daisy, pick.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
This is
Sorry,
completely random.
All right, totally random from the pot.
Oh yeah, that's MC Guff BD. He's a fan. He's a fan.
Yes.
He's been along with us all the time. You've won a free Babyborn Baby Carrier Air. All you have to do is send me a DM on Twitter to Daddy Clay and let me know what your snail mail is. This baby's coming right at you.
Awesome product.
Well, it's been a busy week in the studio, Daddy Brad. So we want to talk a little bit about that. First of all, what I want to say is thank you, Owen.
Thanks, Owen.
Make sure, Owen, before you leave, you get your copy of Windelalarm! Windelalarm! Yes, our book has come out in German, and this is the German edition of the Dad Labs book. In English, it's the it's the Dad Labs Guide to Fatherhood, Pregnancy in Year 1, and in German, it's Windelalarm!
I know some German.
Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at the difference between the two covers and explain to me what has changed between the U.S. version. Can we get a tight shot of the covers here? What's changed between the American edition brought to you by Quirk and Windelalarm? Windelalarm, by the way, is translated as diaper alert. We think the Google machine tells us that the title of our book is Diaper Alert. And we've been trying to read a lot of the German edition. Warum Sex überbetwäxt ist? I don't know what it means, but I think I do. But I think it's interesting that what they did is they basically beheaded us all and replaced our faces with babies.
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yes. You know, I do know German. Ich habe meine eigenen Bruchschneidemaschine.
So if you're in Germany, if you're watching us from Germany, Windelalarm. If you're watching in the U.S., hey, go get a copy of Dad Labs Guide to Fatherhood. You can do it at dadlabs.com. Helps us out, keeps us coming to you live every week. Another book that just came in that I'm really excited about, this is called Nurture Shock by Poe Bronson and his co-author Ashley Merriman. Looks like a really interesting book. Poe Bronson's he's not one to shy away from a controversy. This just arrived by UPS as we were going on air, and I'm really excited about reading this book. I'll bring you a review here in a couple of weeks. So basically, we've got some theories that are coming in. A.R. Monroe thinks that they replaced us. They replaced us on the cover because of the beards.
Probably because Germans don't like beards.
I think that's part of it.
I don't have a beard.
So on the site, we got some great videos out this week. There's a great video that hit the site this week on texting and driving, which I think is pretty funny. Watch the first minute of it. There's some really cute footage of Daddy Brad's kid.
Yeah.
He's hilarious in it.
He's good. And it's funnier than the big PSA that went global on YouTube.
Yeah, that's scary. And did you know that today, I think it was today or yesterday, that the Austin City Council must have watched our video because they voted to ban texting and driving in Austin.
Nice. That's good.
It's
good
a preliminary vote. They still have to do, but they're
Mayor
listening to us.
Well.
And you know what? The former mayor of Austin's kid and my kid are in the same middle school class.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
It's kind of
I saw his honor at the parent meeting. He was the only other single dad representative.
Interesting.
Like the dad family representative at the meeting, which I thought was really cool.
Did you call him Your Honor?
I forgot to call him Your Honor.
Do you think he'd like that?
Yeah, everybody likes those
Your
kind
Honor?
of formal titles.
What can I call you? You want me to call you something?
You can just call me
Like a surname?
Yeah, no, sir, it's fine.
Surname? Sir.
But the texting and driving video is pretty funny. It's good. It's got a little bit of a humor and some information there. You really shouldn't text and drive. And
You should not.
Particularly not when you've got your kid. But
You shouldn't even talk.
You shouldn't talk on the phone, which you're doing. I know you're doing.
Well,
you can't
stoplights, and you do it too.
Okay,
You do
at
it too. At
stoplights.
stoplights.
If it's
You're the
stoplight,
asshole that I'm behind. No FCC here. Come on. You're the dude I'm behind at the stoplight, and it's green, and I gotta go. And you're sitting there.
I only do it. I only do it at stoplights that I'm really familiar with, like the one that's near my house.
So that makes it
sometimes,
okay.
even with the kids.
That makes it okay.
But you can't even put away the crackberry during a meeting. Like we were meeting with people that aren't in the office, and you're sitting there, you're checking your BlackBerry the whole time. I know you're doing it and talking down that thing when your kids are in the car, aren't you?
I'm putting it in the trunk.
You need to put the damn thing in the trunk, and everybody else does
FCC,
too.
dude, they're out there.
Just put it in the trunk. Put your
my junk in the trunk.
because I am.
What? Yes, I do.
I'm going to do an intervention on you.
I need to start putting
because you carry that
my
thing. You're talking
crackberry.
on it all the time.
I know,
You're
it's
staring
good.
at it, even when you're in a meeting.
And I used to
You're
not.
about to make Daddy Troy's head pop off. He was so mad.
I'm sorry, Daddy Troy. Yeah. And I used to not do that. I used to not. Remember, I went with like 3 weeks without a phone.
We went out, also in the studio, we went out this week because we've been talking about colic a lot.
Oh,
We've been
God.
making search on colic because basically Daddy Brad's living the colic right now.
I'm
I've
in
been
the
through
colic.
it. He's living it right
the
now.
sea.
That's why he looks the way he does,
Yeah,
sort
this
of.
is- I can't shave. I don't want to shave until I get a good night's sleep because I'm like, cut my head off.
But we went out to Carrie Conti, who is a local, she's an early parenting coach, PhD in child development. She's amazing, smart, great parenting coach.
Yeah.
And so we went to her, and there is some really good advice on colic coming your way.
Good. I need it.
One of the things that she said that I think that you should think about, and I think you're probably more level-headed than I am, that when the baby in the middle of the night starts crying, the first thing when you get up, you need to do a quick check-in on yourself and just go, okay, how am I doing? My heart rate rates up a little bit. No, seriously, she says,
What?
No, not am I poopy. Am I
I got to change my diaper, then we'll get to him.
No,
Okay,
you need to
sorry, go
like take a second to just kind of back up
Right.
and take stock before you just charge in there to get the baby,
right.
so you don't take that emotion of waking up and sort of that urgent sort of, adrenaline with you into the baby's room.
Like before you get on your motorcycle, you got to make sure you're ready to ride. I'll do that. That's a good idea.
Riding motorcycles and taking care of
transfer.
babies. Those are two things that
You got to prepare. You got to check the
People
tires. See if
compare
you're
all
poopy.
the time.
Yeah.
You know what? We've got one other expert. We've got one other expert on
Yes.
colic that we're going to talk to next week. I'm really excited about. We're going to talk to Ari Brown, Dr. Ari Brown, famous pediatrician. And you know what? Ari is going to be on the Today Show.
Oh, cool.
She's on the Today Show tomorrow. So if
That's
you're watching
awesome.
this, check out the Today Show and check out Ari Brown, the incredibly smart, telegenic pediatrician who often appears on DadLabs. Can you imagine someone who can get on the Today Show would actually agree to come be on DadLabs?
It's kind of fun. Matt Lauer to us.
I know. Which I think
But
is
he's got receding hairline too. I think it's
Who's got a receding hairline?
Matt Lauer, and you, and me. Look at this. Yeah. So I'm really interested in what
don't
she has
get
to
it.
say about colic. Yeah. I wonder if she'll talk about these colic culture free or wait. Colic alcoholic-free culture.
Well, we'll see. I imagine she probably will stay on the medical side. Anyway, we hope you'll check out those videos. Join us at dadlabs.com. Thank you, Baby Bjorn. Congratulations to the fan who won the free Baby Bjorn Baby Carrier Air. We will be back here next week and every week. Right now we're experimenting with times. We're going to 1 p.m. Central Time is our live broadcast. Half hour every week. We look forward to seeing you back here next time. Thanks to Daddy Troy. Thanks to Daddy Owen. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Dad Labs Live.
See ya.
We're out.